You are now tuned into the Selflessly Selfish podcast. I am your host, profoundly unforgettable, the resource you seek, Master Life Coach Teresa Webb, here to encourage, motivate, edify, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, those of you that are returning, and welcome those of you that are joining me for the first time via YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Thank you again for allowing me in your space today. First, let me just start by saying, because it's been over 2 months since my last podcast, and I wanted to share the reasoning behind that, because sometimes I feel that I can't be the only one that may feel like you've lost the joy for the one thing that you desire to do the most. I just felt like I was nearing burnout. And the one thing I know to do, that when it's time to hit the pause, you can't be afraid to push that button. Sometimes you just simply need a break. You need a break to just gather yourself and figure out what it is that I really and truly want. And during the time, these last 2 months, I've been able to figure out that I love and enjoy helping others. And don't get me wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with helping others, but not at the expense of your own well-being. In order for us to continue doing the things that we love the most, we have to make sure that self-care is a priority. And sometimes that means just simply taking some time off, just to rest and do nothing. And that's my question for you all today. Why is it that we find it difficult to give ourselves the same love, care, and attention that we so freely give to everyone else? Why is it that we find ourselves feeling guilty about purchasing a gift for ourselves when we've given that to others so many times? Well, let me tell you this. Something that I've learned and come to accept is it is not okay to make everything a priority and neglect your own needs. Putting yourself first is not selfish. And in fact, it's one of the most selfless things and expression of love that we can give ourselves. And I'm sure that everyone else and everything else that you are giving your time and attention to would appreciate that so much more. And those that really love you would certainly understand. Sometimes you just need a moment. So, if you've come to that point in your life that you are just feeling it difficult to get out of bed, you are feeling it difficult to even smile, go outside, to just do those things that you normally would do every day, then let me tell you, it's definitely time for some self-care, much needed self-care. I feel so much better. I feel like I finally have the confidence that I need to just do it. And not only that, when I first started out, the whole purpose of this podcast was to inspire and empower not only myself, but others to understand the importance of practicing daily self-care, which will allow you, as well as myself, to live that balanced life of joy, love, and abundance. Now, that's probably a segue into our next podcast, because I promise you, I am not going to be before you long. I've decided when I come on here, I need to say exactly what needs to be said, nothing more and nothing less. So I want you also to join in for the next episode, where I'm going to be discussing on what it truly means to live a balanced life. Now, listen, I'm not a doctor, therapist, or psychologist. I am just here, a life coach, sharing my experiences on the things that I've learned in my time here. What it means to me to live a balanced life. So that's it. Back to self-care, back to taking a moment, the power of our pause. In the time that you take for yourself, be sure to ask yourself what it is that you want. I mean, truly want. Because if it's something that's keeping you up at night, if it's something that you can't seem to shake, if it's something that you are feeling deep down, then I'm going to encourage you to go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Take a chance on yourself. It's a reason that you're not able to shake it. It's a reason that you're up at night. And if you have to take a break, if you need a moment, then take a moment. Because a pause is just that. It's temporary. It's not a permanent end. It's just the time that you need to focus on yourself so that you can be at your best. So that when you are there with others, or even doing those things that you desire the most, you'll be able to give it your all. And you can leave here knowing that you left it all out there. I thank you all for joining me today. Again, allowing me in your space. If I said anything that resonated with you, come back and see me. Let's do this thing together. Let's work on improving our self-care. Let's work on sharing our best practices and habits that's going to allow us to make some wonderful changes in the world. We can be the example to others what it means to truly practice self-care and live a balanced life. That's all. That's it. Thank you.
If you've made it this far, thank you for watching and for allowing me in your space. If the video resonated with you or you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell so that you will be notified whenever new content is uploaded. Until next time, remember, all things are possible when you believe. So stay hopeful and take action.